Lindum was founded in 1956 by John F. Chambers, a civil engineer who focused on practical skills and good relationships with clients. These principles are still at the heart of the business today, which is now owned by its 650 employees and features regularly in the Sunday Times Best 100 Companies to Work For. Construction is the company's main activity, but a range of complementary services have been developed which support the building projects. Affordable housing is a key sector, making up a third of the £170 million group turnover.
Lindum have got a long-standing track record of developing affordable housing schemes, both for clients and through our sort of JV teams. We've got in-house design teams, in-house pre-construction teams, and then we've got a vast experience within the business around all the different divisions, which we can pull on the experience of those teams.
Lindum have worked for decades with local authorities and housing associations to build affordable housing to exacting standards. The first houses in the East Midlands to meet Passive House standards were designed and built by Lindum in 2013 for EMH Homes.
About 6 years ago we built a pair of properties really as a bit of a trial to see how well they perform. The feedback's been exceptional in terms of running costs. We've now moved towards the Passive House as our baseline for our new build developments because of the performance of the property, because of the running costs.
The first in Lincolnshire were designed and built for North Kesteven District Council a few years later, with the latest scheme completed in 2022.
On this particular scheme we managed to get down to the top 1% in the UK for airtightness, which is a fantastic achievement.
Over a sort of 10 to 15 year period we've been developing our housing specifications. We've evolved some of those specifications, so now we're able to deliver some of the principles of Passive House but without the cost premium.
Learning from this experience, Lindum recognised that a more flexible approach was needed to reflect the diverse needs of public sector clients for affordable housing.
Demand for housing is constantly on the increase, especially as options in the private sector become increasingly unaffordable for some people.
Having a contractor on board that can deliver a quality product, that can understand the challenges and the needs of a local authority and its end user residents is really important.
And working with developers like Lindum to deliver something that is affordable and delivers value for money. It's about making sure we can actually afford to build. Also then the sustainability is a big issue. As a council we've announced that there's a climate emergency and we're looking to address that and make huge strides towards improving efficiency and reducing fuel costs and use and decarbonising the housing stocks.
To meet these needs and provide affordable homes for the future, the TradHaus range of affordable housing was born.
TradHaus is a range of performance specifications that we've produced using the lessons learned in design and construction over the last 10 to 15 years, and it takes the best from each of those varying different specifications and combines them and provides clients ultimately with choice.
TradHaus allows clients a flexible approach so that they can choose a specific construction method or use of renewables that suits them, but with certainty in terms of energy and carbon.
The TradHaus range simplifies the briefing process and enables clients to make data-driven choices when selecting affordable housing design. Based on the principles of good craftsmanship, sustainable design and affordability, the TradHaus range can provide high-performance housing without the premium cost. Using traditional or modern methods of construction, Lindum can design and build houses that meet the client's financial, environmental and social needs.
We as a local authority are still keen on your sort of traditional looking brick and block house, and what we've seen from Lindum here is that they can achieve that passive house status within that traditional build.
Well, from the outside it looks like a traditional built house, but it's the super efficiency of the walls and the fabrics that have been used in the build itself. It's the insulation in the cavities, it's the parging, it's all the airtightness that goes into it. But the idea is to make it look like a house from the outside, look like a house from the inside, but in between the fabric of the outside and the inside is where all the super efficiency happens.
Lindum are very good at working with us and giving us the opportunity to pick the things that we want and that work best. So that flexible approach with Lindum has worked really well so far.
We do think that the model are sustainable in the long term. Generally, the feedback has been good. People have noticed a difference in the levels of insulation. They're built to a standard where they're very spacious as well, so that we hope that they're places that people want to continue to live in.
Well, what we were able to do with our first TradHaus for Ashfield District Council was provide a house that gave 86% of passive house performance, but for only 18% of the cost premium. Our latest iteration of TradHaus for Ashfield District Council has improved on that.
Designs have now evolved to provide even greater cost benefits and performance that exceeds the latest building regulations, deliver to future homes standard, and even provide net zero carbon homes, lowering energy bills for the end user.
It's the end user has to benefit from what we put into it. It's designed to generate its own power through the PV, and that's what's done. The end user gets to use all the power as well.
I hope that this project and many other projects that are being delivered will encourage developers, encourage other housing associations and local authorities to work towards moving this standard up. You know, as a country, we've got to move towards challenging this climate emergency. And if we don't act now, then clearly it's going to be too late in terms of making the difference. And this is one good demonstration of how you can deliver on those key issues.
Accessing Lindum's TradHaus range through a construction framework avoids the tendering process, giving immediate access to Lindum's TradHaus team, who can undertake a feasibility study with no commercial risk to the client.
We're on a range of different public sector frameworks. They enable a client to talk to us directly, get the advice from our design teams, from our estimators, QSs, and from our supply chain right at the feasibility stage. That means we can collaborate, we can hear from the client what it is that's important to them.
Yeah, that early feasibility work and design work can be really impactful in terms of the outcomes for an affordable housing scheme. What we would like to do is to work with councils and housing associations to find out what their requirements are going to be for net zero carbon homes. We want to hear from them so that we can design the best affordable homes for the future.
You can find out more about the TradHaus range on the Lindum Group website, lindumgroup.com/TradHaus, or contact Lindum's Framework Manager, Matthew Jones.